Hey guys, welcome back to Nat Star's Lounge. So you remember that I did promise in my last video that we'd make some sweets, and today I have caramel tarts. Yes, I made plant-based caramel tarts. Don't these look good? I actually made the pastry myself. So if you'd like to see how I made these and you want to give it a go yourself, just keep watching. See you soon after the cooking segment, guys. Thanks. Hey guys, so you just came back from seeing how I've made this. So I actually have my dinner here. I've just got some corn patties. They're actually garlic and herb, and then I have just some mixed vegetables, but so she can have dessert first. Oh my god. So being in you know, not self-isolation, because you know I luckily haven't contracted the coronavirus, but doing the right thing, staying home, you know, keeping the numbers down. I've just done some very different things today, and I'm like, oh, I want to bake. So these little guys here. So yeah, I made this the tarts myself. So I'm gonna give it a go, and I'll tell you what happened with these. So I've never tried this. This is actually sweetened condensed coconut milk. It's really flaky pie crust pastry that I made. It's not bad. So I'll put the link down below in the description box for the recipe for the little pie crust here. I did get it off can't remember the name of it, but I'll pop it down below this website, and it was like really easy vegan pie crust recipe. So I'm like, okay, I'll give that a go. It's really good. So the caramel. So today, you know, I did the method, you know, you guys, how you get the can of sweetened condensed milk, for obviously plant-based for this one. Just knock on the table here, and you boil it. So you boil the water, pop it in, and then you make sure it's covered completely, and you let it simmer for 2 hours. Well, I did that, and it didn't cook properly. So next time when I make these, I'm gonna leave it for 3 hours and see what happens then. So I had to do the stovetop method. I didn't double boil it, so I risked it, and what I did was I poured the contents into a saucepan. I would put it on heat, take it off, whisk it, put it on heat for 1, 2, take it off, whisk it. I would do that for about 20 minutes. My god, you can probably see all the sweat beads on me from doing it, but this is actually pretty good. Caramel, I need to work on, but it's good. But obviously, it is dolce de leche. It should be darker, so I'd probably give this a 7 out of 10, but I definitely would need to try it again, because before I was plant-based, I was using the regular sweetened condensed milk, and for some reason 2 hours was enough, but I guess 3 hours for this guy to make sure it's actually fully caramelized. But yeah, this is really good. And okay, but the pie crust, 10 out of 10. Amazing. They only took 15 minutes to bake, and the actual pie crust mixture only took me probably about 5 minutes. It was so easy. I've had times where I've had baking fails, and I've tried to do stuff and it's come out really hot or really cakey, but this is so easy. It's so buttery and flaky. It's probably the best crust I've ever made. It's so good. I would definitely recommend this pie crust. so good. Oh my god. It's like bakery store good. My caramel needs work. The only time I've ever had something that has like caramel, because it's so hard getting like a creamy caramel taste with plant-based stuff. But when I go to like the Vegan Expo at the end of the year, which is in October, in Brisbane, Australia, they have lots of vendor stalls, and they have amazing just different types of food, and they do have caramel like slices and things like that there. And this place called Vegan Yum, they have like brownies, like these galaxy brownies. So it's a brownie that it has like this, like literally this galaxy frosting. It's so cool. My daughter actually likes them, and she's not even vegan or plant-based, so, and she loves them. But the chicken pot pie, favorite thing ever. I don't know if you guys comment down below if you have any kind of plant-based or vegan expos in your country. But Australia has them every year, and it's such a good thing. Like, they don't just have food, so they do have like, I have this, I don't have it with me now, but I got this handmade bag. They have all sorts of like really cool kind of shirts and things like that. So I have this shirt that's black, and it has like these little baby chicks, and it says we don't deserve to be in cages, like things like that. So it's really cute. I'm eating my dessert before dinner. Sometimes I do that. So as you're probably aware, like I've said before, I am vegan, so plant-based. I try my best to, you know, like fully make sure that I'm being really conscious of what I buy, but no one's perfect, so I like to say plant-based. You know, I try my best to kind of make sure that I'm following as much as I can. You know, so sorry, I just lost my train of thought. This is just, I'm so focused on how good this is. Lost my train of thought. I'm so tired, guys. I've just finished up studying as well. I'm waiting for my results. And because I'm doing vocational placement, I don't know if we'll be able to finish the last 2 clusters of my course because schools might be shut down, but it's for everyone's safety, so we can all kind of just step back and go, yes, there's going to be hardships, but hopefully with this government bringing these packages, it will make it easier. So that's why, but back to what I was saying. So, dessert for dinner. I do have my dinner here. This is really healthy dinner. But usually I try to keep a good balance, but like I said before, I did it because it was honestly for ethical reasons. So I watched a video, like I said in my first ever video I made, that I watched Earthlings, and that's what turned me completely. I've been vegetarian before, so health isn't the main focus, but it's important. So, you know, like I have lots of fruits and vegetables, and I'm just knocking my table over, and fresh stuff. But sometimes, you know, I will have pizza for breakfast. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm super perfect and I only eat clean all the time. Like, some people do, and that's their thing. Maybe it's for health, maybe they really enjoy it, but I like to mix it up. You know, in the past, I would try and stick so hard to something clean-based, and then I would fail. So plant-based really helped me, and then also I was able to integrate things that I like, but obviously a lot healthier. Like, I mean, I know these aren't healthy, but they taste really good. I might have one more, and these aren't as sickling sweet, because the actual dairy-based ones, I mean, they do taste good, but I don't like the thought of eating secretions from animals. But if you do, that's you. They were good, but these are really good. I'm so surprised how much I like this. Now, it's not coconutty, because I know some people are like, oh, coconut, not really their thing. Obviously, if you have allergies to coconut, then I'm not sure what else is out there. I guess you would just have to do like the old, I know you can do like heat up milk with sugar and then something else, and cream to make caramel. You can do it that way as well, but this one's really good. So it's like a really mild, very mild taste of coconut, but it's really, really delicious. Like, I love it. I should probably eat some vegetables. Isn't it funny, guys? I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna have some, oh, focus out there. I'm gonna have some caramel tarts, then I'm gonna go back and eat some vegetables. What goes better with caramel tart than broccoli? No, it doesn't go together. But today, whoop, trusty water bottle, glass water bottle, bamboo lid. Especially having an copious amount of sugar, and apparently my water bottle does not want to open. I'm not having a drink because it does not want to come off. I'm going to show you the inside of these corn patties. So that's Quorn. And I air fry all my stuff. So I use a little bit of oil cooking, like, but I don't like to use really any oil too much, only when it's really necessary. So this is the corn patty. It's so good on my caramel plate. So the garlic and herb is really buttery and garlicky, but if you're like more of like a peppery person, they do have a spinach and cheese one in this one, and I quite like it, but it's quite peppery for me. And when you switch to plant-based and you're eating less processed stuff, you get used to like really salty things. So when you go to these products, they're not as salty. Some things still are, but you get so used to salty stuff that it's a bit of a change. Finally got it open. Oh, that was so good. So thirsty. So, I'm sure you guys have heard about how on Tuesday all the schools in Victoria and New South Wales are going to be closed indefinitely. So who knows when they're going to reopen. And it is currently Sunday right now. So tomorrow when this gets posted, obviously the government is going to be looking at whether the other schools around the states of Australia will close as well. So who knows? I mean, I get why some people don't come to school because they're high risk or their family's high risk. That totally makes sense. And I think it's important to kind of quickly get this taken care of, sorry. You know, because if we stretch this out longer, it's just more death rates. You know, it's not something to take lightly. So I'm so glad that they actually closed the beach at Bondi because no one was listening. I know people, it's good they're not freaking out, but the problem is they're too relaxed. And they're like, well, I'm fine. Our community is fine, so it's good. It's like, well, yes, you are fine. That's great that you're fine. But there's people out there that aren't fine. And the people that are fine need to do our job, which is be an active part of the community and stay home. If you got to go to work, sure, you got to go pick your kids from childcare. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to help Sienna out for a second. She couldn't open up something. So yeah, I mean, if they do close the schools, you know, it's not the end of the world, but it's really going to be hard for some people, obviously. You know, getting childcare, not being able to work. I'm sure some people are like, well, there's, you know, there's always ways around it. Well, yes, sometimes there is, but sometimes for some people, sorry, there isn't. So and you know, I don't know if you guys have got heard, so the schools, especially private schools, they're going to be having they have a plan set up. This is a public announcement, so I'm allowed to say this. People were being notified publicly, parents and things like that, so I'm only saying things that have been publicly announced because, you know, teacher code. Private schools will have access to online learning if it was to be closed down for a while, school closures. Obviously, when there's holidays, they wouldn't do work. Public schools are currently setting up work for kids to do if it's only closed for a short amount of time, so that would just be materials they could take home. Obviously, if it's shut down for a longer time, they would have videos and more kind of more materials to use to do school. Now, I mean, it is good, but my concern is that some parents, for the younger kids, if they have to send to childcare, it's going to be quite difficult for them to be able to keep up with that, to be able to do that, go to work, pick up your kid from childcare, bring them home, and then get all that done with life. I mean, homework, yes, they can keep up with that, but it's a full school day's work they've got to do. That's going to be really hard for some people. Some people, they have plenty of time, they'll be able to do it fantastically. Some people, unfortunately, there's disabilities, so it'll be harder for the kids to want to do it. Some people, there's kids that just don't like school and they won't do it, so it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. But again, if everything goes well, it's not going to be forever, guys. It's just going to be, unfortunately, for a while longer. But there are some good things that have come out of this. I'm sure you've noticed. So, obviously, we've had a thing with global warming. I noticed in Italy, in where the gondolas are, the rivers and that, they're actually getting clear now because less pollution, people less driving around, there's just less people, less pollution, so it is helping the earth in some sense. So it's not great that there's a virus spreading around, but you know, it's helping the environment out. It's also getting people to spend time together with their loved ones, be closer together. But there's a lot of obviously really bad things as far as finance goes and mental health, because people are stressing out about stuff. So there's a lot of good and bad to the situation, and it's really hard, especially for some people that you know, just there's jobs that they can't do, like flight attendants and things like that. You know, they can't, some of them can't work, so especially now they're all shut down. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's a good idea that to close schools down? I believe it is. I believe it is. It's not going to be for everyone. It's not going to be easy, but the quicker we get this kind of sorted out, get it over with, the better. But yeah, let me guys know in the comments down below what you think, pros and cons on your opinion of should they close the schools down, keep them open. Obviously everyone has different opinions and different lifestyle worries that they have to consider. And I know this is talked about a lot, but because I am in an education setting, I like to bring up important factors, especially for you know, students and parents. And they already publicly know this, but just to kind of, it's an important issue for me. since, you know, my daughter does part-time schooling, so she really doesn't like it. And she has this dream to be homeschooled, but just financially I'm not able to do that at this moment. And to people that do homeschooling, props to you, because it's a lot of sacrifice, which I'm sure that you love doing, and I would love to do that, but I'm just not in the position to be able to do that at the moment. And she is starting to make friends, because you know, she had left her friends in Canada and she's making new ones now, but it does get tough sometimes because she still misses her old friends. And it does get tricky too, so she does get really upset at school. Obviously, you know. Hey guys, so yeah, my phone decided to start overheating, so I will be cutting this short today. But yeah, I just was saying earlier about watching some videos on what a tantrum looks like, or a meltdown with children that have autism, because she's been doing that quite a lot lately, and it's really hard to explain to people that she's not having a tantrum meltdown. There's another reason to it. But I've got to go because my phone is overheating and I would like to keep it working. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye now.